Hi lovelies! Welcome back to my channel. Well, I am here with the perfumes from my collection that perform amazingly well in cold weather. They have the most amazing projection, sillage, lasting power. They are what we call here on YouTube beast mode fragrances. They really truly only shine in cold weather. If you want to see what they are and my thoughts on them, just keep watching. So you guys, these are perfumes from my massive collection of like over 400 bottles. The last time I counted, it was over 300. I'm sure now it's over 400 bottles of fragrances that I consider are truly beast mode fragrances. I don't just willy-nilly call any fragrance beast mode. These are really truly beast mode fragrances. Now I have some beast mode fragrances that I actually like to wear in the springtime too, when it's still cold, because spring can be pretty cold still before it starts to warm up. Now I'm going to leave those off and I'm only going to talk about those beast mode fragrances that I like to wear in fall and winter when the weather is super duper cold. So you guys, I'm going to start with one of my most favorite perfumes to wear in the colder months. This is one of my go-to fragrances for any kind of occasion where I want to smell mysterious and sexy. If I want to smell sexy in kind of a black widow, femme fatale kind of way, I wear this fragrance. This is very mysteriously dark and sexy. This is a stunning rose oud fragrance, one of the best rose oud fragrances I have ever put my nose on. And it's just not just about rose and oud in this fragrance. I will tell you what else this fragrance is all about. This is none other than Maison Francisca Gian's Oud Satin Mood Extrait de Parfum. You guys, this beauty. I mean, look at how dark she is, even the juice. She is so beautiful. So very, 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 very stunning fragrance. Stunning is the word. This is a rose oud fragrance, but it is also about vanilla and violet. You guys, this fragrance is so special because not only is it dark and mysterious and sexy from the rose and oud combo, maybe the amber in here contributes to it as well, but you know, it is also sweet, deliciously sweet from the vanilla, the massive accord of vanilla in here. And that vanilla goes so well with that rose and oud in this fragrance. They really work well. Rose and vanilla, such a match made in heaven, and it makes it to me very feminine. I consider this a feminine leaning fragrance, you guys, because of that sweet vanilla with that rose, the oud. It's just so sweet and so kind of femme fatale, kind of sexy feminine. And also that violet in this fragrance, you guys, you mustn't forget the violet in this fragrance. Really adds that sort of sophistication to this fragrance, that slight powderiness. It adds this sort of sophisticated, like classy touch to this fragrance at the same time. I mean, it's dark and mysterious, but it's also sophisticated, if that makes sense. And there's a slight bit of warm, spicy touch from cinnamon in this fragrance. There's that sensualness from the sandalwood. I mean, it is a gorgeous composition, you guys. I just adore this fragrance. And you guys, on top of it all, this one right here, she is a beast. I mean, she projects like crazy. Whenever I wear this, I get whiffs of it throughout the time that I'm wearing this fragrance. I mean, you will continue to smell it. And people will smell you and they'll compliment you. This one is a compliment getter. People can smell you. That's one of the things that we're looking for in fragrances, right, you guys? We want people to be able to smell our fragrance. I mean, we want to smell good. That's the whole point. She is a stunning beauty, and this one lasts and lasts and lasts. On me, I would say on my skin, it lasts for about like 6 hours, 6-7 hours, going into 8 hours. It's that good, the lasting power. And on clothes, it lasts until I wash them. Even after, I can slightly smell it. It is what I truly call a beast mode fragrance, and you know, you really get your money's worth with this. By the way, you guys, Maison fragrances, you can't really find them at discount prices, not even on those discount websites that are very popular, you know, on the gray market. You cannot find them for discounted prices. Like, funnily enough, on those websites, you actually will see these MFK, Maison fragrances for more than the original price on Maison website. I've never seen, you know, a good discount for this fragrance until I found Twisted Lily. So actually, I have a discount code for you guys, 10% discount you can get with my code. I will link it down in the description box. Go there, click on it. My discount code is down there. It's Cleo 10. This is Maison Oud Satin Mood Extrait de Parfum. Next, I have one of the latest additions to my fragrance collection. It is ZERJOFF OVERTOUR. You guys, this thing right here. This one is a very unique gourmet smelling fragrance, yet it's not entirely gourmet, if that makes sense to you. This one has some crazy notes. Like, this is a very amber woody kind of fragrance. It's not really like a gourmet that has like caramel, you know, praline type of notes, not that type of gourmet, but the smell of it has something very gourmet about it, but it's not quite something that is truly really gourmet, you know. It's a very woody, amber, warm, spicy fragrance, you guys, and it's a little bit balsamic. It has green notes in it. It's got a little bit of vanilla. There's citrus in there. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit powdery, and it also has floral notes. This has really weird notes like fig leaf, you know, which gives it a slight green touch in the opening. There are, you know, mandarin orange type citruses in here, and there are beautiful floral notes like magnolia, Indian jasmine, rose, ylang ylang, and then it has a little bit of warm spiciness with that cinnamon. There's that sensual sandalwood. There's a good dose of vanilla in this fragrance. There's a little bit of smokiness from the incense, which gives it a slight oriental vibe. And then there's a massive dose of amber, you guys. It's very much a amber type fragrance. And I believe there are other woody notes other than just sandalwood, but that sensual sandalwood you can really smell in the base. And then there's cashmere wood as well. Yeah, it's a very unique fragrance. I would say it's a very unique fragrance. It's not really a gourmet per se, but it has that gourmet touch from the amber, because amber is a resin note that has a little bit of a gourmet touch to it. And then there's of course vanilla adding to that gourmet vibe of this fragrance. Really, there may be some gourmet notes that they have not revealed, but I still think this doesn't smell like your typical gourmet, you know. And this one, you guys, is beast mode. This is a fragrance for the colder months. I'm telling you, you spray it, you will get whiffs and whiffs and whiffs of it throughout the time you're wearing it. People around me could smell me. This is one that projects really well. It is definitely a fragrance for the colder months because it's got this very strong scent about it. It's a very much of a scent that resonates with you. It's a fragrance with depth to it, and you know, it definitely is dense and thick, I would say. So this is the kind of fragrances that you want to wear in the colder months. This one is ZERJOFF OVERTOUR. So you guys, I have one of my favorite scents to wear in these super cold months. This one really, really, truly shines in the colder months. This one is a beast. This has leather in it. Need I say more? Because when you have leather in fragrances, you guys, leather makes fragrances strong, you know, kind of beast mode. Leather makes fragrances smell really sophisticated and luxe, you know. That's another thing leather does. Yeah, this has a very prominent leather note. It's got a gorgeous bunch of florals in it as well. This is none other than Fragrance du Bois Siberian Rose. You guys, this thing, this is a beautiful, sexy yet sophisticated, like expensive smelling fragrance, you guys. Like I said, you guys, this has a very prominent leather accord in it. There are some florals like rose in here. There are white florals that are very prominent in this fragrance. It's a very aromatic fragrance, you guys. You can really smell the fragrance. It's super aromatic. There's a slight hint of earthiness. There's a little bit of sweetness. There's a little bit of fruitiness. This has got a slight hint of fresh spicy, and this is a little bit animalic. So you guys, this has juniper berry in the opening, which is really beautiful and adds to that sort of cold weather vibes of this fragrance. But together with that pink pepper in the opening and a slight bit of spiciness from the cinnamon in the opening, and there's pear. All together, it's really beautiful, and you get that massive dose of leather, which is in the middle, with a bunch of gorgeous florals like tuberose, ylang ylang, and rose. You guys, the rose you can smell, the tuberose you can smell in this fragrance. The ylang ylang is sort of in the background, but really adds to the beauty of this fragrance. But that leather with the florals, you guys, is to die for. Really, the rose and leather work really super well together, and that white yellow florals really add to it. And this has patchouli, which adds to the beast modeness of this fragrance, if you ask me. There's amber, there's a little bit of musk. This one is beast mode, you guys. Oh my goodness, I wear this fragrance and it projects like crazy. People feet away from me can smell me. And not only that, you guys, you take your clothes off. If you spray it on your clothes, you put it, you know, in your basket or whatever to be, you know, washed, it will be projecting from that basket all over your room. Oh my goodness, my dress that I had this perfume on smelled like this strongly. It was, you know, making my whole room smell like it for days before I washed it, you guys. I'm telling you, this, you could still smell it even after washing the clothes. It's truly a beast mode fragrance. It has amazing projection and sillage. Truly perform the best in the colder months. Do not even think about wearing this in warm weather, because it will kill people. It will be so overwhelming. And I really think, you know, with the juniper berry in the opening and everything, this would be something that really truly shines in cold weather. This is Fragrance du Bois Siberian Rose. So next I have a super leather fragrance also that is a recent addition to my collection. This has a massive leather accord, and this smells a little bit like Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 540. Really, it's got that, you know, Baccarat Rouge DNA, but you can smell the leather very prominently as well. This is TATTiana Terenzi Spirito Florentino. You guys, this thing is also a beast. I mean, whew, you can smell when you wear this. It projects so well. I would say the performance of this is better than the MFK Baccarat Rouge 540, if you ask me. Again, the leather note in here truly adds to that strength of this fragrance, if you ask me. This is a very kind of leather, ambery, woody, kind of warm, spicy. This is saffron in the opening with like jasmine, lily, and some citrus notes. And you get a bunch of gorgeous white florals like lily of the valley, jasmine, and then there's yellow florals like ylang ylang in the middle with that ambergris, a big dose of ambergris actually. And then you get a bunch of really exotic woody notes like, you know, sandalwood, birch, and a bunch of other exotic woody notes. There's that big massive leather note, you guys, in this. And then you also get oak moss and musk. It's very much a beastie fragrance. I mean, you wear this, people will smell you, and this smells expensive because of that leather that's in here, and of course the Baron Rouge vibes. Definitely a fragrance that is your money's worth, and this performs best in the colder months, you guys. This is not a fragrance for warm, hot days. It will be terrible. I can just, ooh, it hurts my head just thinking about it. Wearing this in hot weather, not a pretty picture. Yeah, this is TATTiana Terenzi Spirito Florentino. So next I have two super strong, very beast mode, two cherry fragrances, you guys. These are again my go-to fragrances for super cold months, and these are only really good for cold weather. These are none other than Guerlain La Petite Robe Noir and Guerlain La Petite Robe Noir Black Perfecto. My goodness, both of these are super strong fragrances, and this one is a bigger beast than this one, if you can imagine, because this one is a beast too. They're both very much like super sweet cherry fragrances, you guys. Like cherry is like the dominant accord. There's nuttiness in these fragrances. I believe both of them do. Yeah, this one, yeah, there's like sweetness, you know, very sweet fragrances with that very massive cherry accord. There's nuttiness in here from like almond, I believe. And this one has actually leather too, so this one is even stronger than this one. Really beast mode, this one. And I actually prefer Black Perfecto over the original La Petite Robe Noir. This one is truly beast mode, and to me smells even better than this one. Like I said, they're very nutty. There's like rose, there are other florals in here. They've got patchouli in it. They're a little bit spicy. So yeah, like both of them have cherry, there's almond. I'm not gonna go over all of the notes. Like I said, there's licorice in both, I believe. And like I said, this one has leather, but this one doesn't. I believe both of them have rose, both of them have tonka bean, there's patchouli, and there's musk. So yeah, they are both super beast mode fragrances, you guys. I mean, you will take a nose out if you try to wear these in any other time than super duper cold months. These project so well, last forever. I mean, it'll go nearing 8 hours on your skin and way longer on your clothes, and they project like beasts. And they, you know, like I said last, the sillage is amazing as well. So this is Guerlain La Petite Robe Noir and Guerlain La Petite Robe Noir Black Perfecto. In my hands, I have one of my most favorite, all-time favorite gourmand fragrances ever. That is a big statement considering how many expensive niche type fragrances I have. Like how many fragrances I have pre-read, you guys. I have a very large collection. But to this day, this perfume in my hands, this is such a bang for your buck. It smells so sexy, so amazing, and it is a beast. It projects like crazy, and it's amazing in cold weather. This is none other than Viktor and Rolf Bonbon Couture. You guys, I love this fragrance. No matter how many perfumes I get in my collection, this has a special place in my heart. It's one of my most favorite top 10 for life fragrances. I will never be without this in my collection. This is really like, this embodies me so well. I love this fragrance. Everything about it, I love it. This has got a massive caramel accord in here. This has got lots of white florals, and this has got a white tobacco note that is so good, that makes this super kind of velvety, and I believe it contributes to the longevity and the projection and the strength of this fragrance, really. It's got some patchouli, it's balsamic, it's got a little bit of citruses, it's sweet. It is such a gorgeous fragrance, you guys. I love this thing. Like whenever I want to smell sexy and I want a beast mode fragrance in the colder months and I don't want to think too much, this is what I grab. I always do. It opens with a bunch of like citruses and neroli, which is a citrus flower. I believe there's peach too with a little bit of juiciness. Like I said, this has a massive dose of caramel, you guys, with a bunch of white florals like I believe jasmine and orange blossom. And this has a massive dose of vanilla. It has patchouli and I believe sandalwood too, and that beautiful white tobacco, which is I believe in the base. It is truly a projection monster. I mean, people will smell you. I get so many compliments every time I wear this fragrance. I get a compliment. I'm not kidding. Every time. Wait staff at restaurants, on our date nights, you know, people passing by, they will comment, they will compliment. This is a beast. People can smell you feet away, and it lasts forever until you wash your clothes. Lasts forever on your skin too. Beautiful fragrance, leaves a intoxicating sillage as well. This is Viktor & Rolf Bonbon Couture. You can't go wrong with this one. Next I have a massive beast, you guys. Oh man, is this one a beast mode fragrance. Woo! Yeah, this one is a jammy rose oud fragrance. You guys already know what I'm talking about. Yes, it's none other than Maison Lancome line, Lancome Oud Bouquet, you guys. This thing, whoo, this thing is such a beast to the point when I do this. I mean, I can smell it over here, not to mention, but if I accidentally touch my nose on this fragrance, and I put it down and I start, you know, walking around doing stuff, I can smell this fragrance from the little tiny bit of residue that it left on my nose. That's how beast mode this fragrance is. It's truly a beast. Oh my gosh, don't overspray this one, you guys. You will take people's noses right out. This is not a fragrance for warm weather. Do what you like, you know, it's your life, you guys. I'm not here to tell you when to wear this, but I'm telling you from my experience, this fragrance is not good news for warm weather, because it really is a monster when it comes to projection and sillage, the longevity. It really is a very strong fragrance. This is, like I said, a very sweet rose oud fragrance with a massive dose of vanilla. It's amber, it's balsamic, it's woody, it's a little bit powdery, it's got a little bit of nuttiness. So you guys, basically it has rose and oud, and there's a massive dose of vanilla with praline, which is what makes this so, that jamminess you smell in this fragrance. It's that praline with the vanilla, very syrupy, very jammy, thick, dense fragrance. I mean, it's so thick that you feel like you can cut it, you know. It's that thick. This has got great woody notes like guaiac wood, kapaho wood, other than oud. Oud's a wood too, obviously, agar wood. And then there's guaiac wood and kapaho wood as well, at least in this new 2016 formulation. Yeah, has two more woody notes in a very thick, dense projection monster. It projects feet and feet away, and it lasts forever on skin and clothes until you wash and after you wash your clothes. And yes, it has amazing sillage as well. This is Lancome Oud Bouquet. Next, I have another Beast Mode Gourmand in my hands, you guys, that is only good for cold weather. This one is beautiful. I reach for this quite a bit in the colder months. This one is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. This is quite an affordable fragrance. It's so beautiful. It again is very thick, a kind of dense type fragrance. This is very fruity, and it's got a massive caramel dose of caramel in here. It's woody, it's sweet, it's got amber, it's got florals, it's musky, it's powdery, it's a little bit balsamic. It's got leather too, by the way, in here. There's a slight bit of suede, I believe, in here. So it opens with fruity notes like green apple and grapes, that kind of fruity notes. And then this has iris, which adds a nice powdery touch to this fragrance. There are woody notes. there's patchouli, and there's a massive dose of caramel, I believe, in the base that makes this super sweet and, you know, makes it really thick and dense. And then of course this has that big dose of amber. There is pearl balsam, making it quite a bit balsamic. There's suede in the base of this fragrance, which adds a nice sort of sexy touch to this fragrance, which I think contributes to the beast mode-ness of this fragrance. You know, leather, suede, they kind of contribute to the strength of the perfume, like I said before. And then this has a little bit of musk as well. It is quite a sexy fragrance, very dense, very thick, very beast mode, and performs really well in colder months. And it's not a fragrance for warm weather. This one is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. So I have another super beast mode cherry fragrance in my hands, you guys. This one is not for the faint of hearts. Yeah, it could take a nose out if you wore it in the wrong season. This one is very much a cherry dominant fragrance, but this is also super powdery and kind of citrusy. So the cherry, the powderiness, and citrus, those three are like the main accords in this fragrance, but it is beast mode. This is Monstera Wild Cherry. This is one of the older bottles, the twist cap. Oh, it's very kind of sour from that, like citruses too in this fragrance. Like I said, it's very quite a bit powdery. It's very much like cherry, like powdery iris citrus type fragrance. It's super sweet. It's got a little bit of nuttiness from the almond. It's a little musky. It's a little bit earthy and woody. So it opens with like a bunch of citrus notes and cherry, you guys. I believe sour cherry. And then you get a bunch of powdery notes like orris and iris. And there's also jasmine in this fragrance. There's patchouli in this fragrance. A big dose of patchouli actually, which contributes to the beast mode quality of this fragrance. And then there's a massive dose of like vanilla and musk as well. It is strong. It is one of the most strong fragrances I have ever smelled. I don't take this fragrance lightly, and I don't reach for it often. I have to be in the mood for it because how strong it is, you know, it's quite strong, and I can only wear it in the super cold months on certain days for a certain mood. Yeah, this is Monstera Wild Cherry. So you guys, speaking of Mancera, I have quite a few Manceras that I can include in this video because Mancera has a lot of beast mode fragrances, but I'm only going to pick a few because I don't want this video to be too long. One of them is Mancera Roses Greedy. This thing, oh my gosh. Woo! Again, this is one of the older bottles. This thing is strong. Oh yeah. It could give you a headache, by the way, if you overspray this one. This will give you a headache. I mean, I get a headache, which I never ever get a headache from fragrances. I almost get a headache when I wear this if I overspray it, and it needs to be worn in the winter time only, not even fall, when the weather gets super cold. Really, that's when I like to wear this fragrance. It's one of the few florals that I wear in the winter time. It's a super rose floral sweet fragrance, you guys. It's quite a bit of musky. It's got a big dose of vanilla. There's a little bit of fruitiness in this fragrance. It's got white florals, it's got amber, has a little bit of soft spicy touch, but mainly what you smell is rose. You can smell the vanilla. It's just really super strong, you guys. So this has like fruity notes, like blackcurrant, you know, which is juicy and stuff. You would think it makes it like a little lighter, which I think it did. I think if we didn't have like blackcurrant and citrus notes in here, this would be even more like thick, you know, and dense. But I think that blackcurrant makes it a little bit juicy, gives it that fruity touch. There's the citruses too that lightens it up a little bit. There's coconut in here, which by the way I cannot smell at all. I don't even know it's there. And just because there's coconut in a fragrance doesn't mean that it's a summertime fragrance, you guys. By the way, there are a lot of really dark winter white florals for example, that have coconut, like the Dolce & Gabbana, the only one en France. Yeah, so don't be fooled by that note. This has a bunch of florals like rose and a bunch of other exotic florals. There's jasmine too in here. This has got like quite a bit of resinous notes like amber and benzoin. By the way, with benzoin there's vanilla as well, so the vanilla coat is quite strong. Benzoin smells like a resinous vanilla, and then there's vanilla in here, and then there's literally sugar in this fragrance, which is so sweet, which makes it super toothache sweet. And there's musk in this fragrance. Like I said, it is a super sweet, super rosy, like a sweet rose that could give you a headache if you overspray. It is a beast when it comes to projection, sillage, longevity. Very much a beast mode fragrance, perfect for winter time. This is Monstera Roses Greedy. Speaking of another Mancera that has rose and vanilla, this one is Monstera Roses Vanille. I don't know why I have both. They're not identical or anything. This one is very much vanilla heavy. It's like a super vanilla heavy fragrance, but it smells like a synthetic fragrance. You know, Monceras have that quality. It's got a massive dose of vanilla, you guys. It's very sweet. Like I said, it's got a big dose of rose. It's powdery, it's musky, it's a little bit woody. Because this fragrance is super strong and super sweet, to lighten it up, there are some citrus and actual water notes in the opening, you guys, but it didn't lighten it up as much as you would expect. This is like toothache sweet, you guys, because there's sugar in the middle and in the base. It's super sweet. And there's vanilla. And there's a big dose of rose in the middle, I believe. And then there's like woody notes and musk in here, but it is a base mode fragrance. It will last a while. It definitely projects. Monstera Roses Vanille. Next, I have a gorgeous gourmand earthy kind of warm fragrance that I really adore from the house of Tom Ford. This one is none other than Tom Ford Black Orchid. This one is a beast too, you guys. This one, it's uniquely beautiful, this fragrance. It's super warm. It's a very warm fragrance. It's got a gorgeous earthiness about it, but in a very good way from that black truffle, you know. It's woody, it's super sweet, it's got a big dose of amber, it's got patchouli, which adds to that beautiful gourmand kind of quality in this fragrance. It's got florals, it's got chocolate, it's a little bit fruity, it's a little balsamic. I mean, this has like a lot of fragrance notes, you guys. Oh my goodness, there are a bunch of gorgeous florals like ylang ylang, orchid, there is rose, there is white florals like jasmine, a lot of floral notes. I'm not going to go over all of them. There are a bunch of really beautiful exotic fruity notes in here. There are citrus notes in here. There's black truffle adding that gorgeous like beautiful earthiness to this fragrance. There's incense, there's amber, there's patchouli, there's musk, there's, I mean, every base note you can imagine is in this fragrance. It is a beautiful, beautiful, complex fragrance that smells yummy. You know, it smells kind of edible and stunning. It's very deep, it's very dense, it's thick, it's powerful. This is one of the fragrances that make me feel kind of unstoppable, you guys. It's very much a powerful fragrance, you know. It's dark and it's a little bit, you know, like sultry. That sort of fragrance. It's, you know, there's a yumminess about it too. Like it's got this edible quality. It is beast mode. It will last you forever on your skin and clothes. Very much beast mode fragrance. People will smell you. This is only good for colder months, if you ask me. This is way too thick, way too dense, way too much of a beast to be wearing it in the warmer weather. This one is Tom Ford Black Orchid. So next I have another one of my favorite sexy leather sort of fragrances, you guys. This one is Christian Louboutin Loubiraj, you guys. This guy, whew. Very sexy, very, very sexy kind of night out type fragrance. It's very like edgy kind of sexy. You can smell the suede that's in this fragrance. Oh, so good. It is quite a beast. You can really smell yourself. You'll keep getting whiffs of yourself and people can smell you as well. This is a very sexy, expensive smelling, sophisticated fragrance. You know, you can tell it's expensive. Like I said, it's got a good dose of leather. It's musky. It's got a little soft, spicy touch. It's woody. It's a little powdery. It's not much of a floral fragrance, you guys. That's one of the sexy things about this fragrance. As you know, Christian Louboutin doesn't reveal more than 3 notes in his fragrances, especially in the Louis World collection. There's pink pepper in the opening, there's suede in the middle, and cedar in the base, and those are the only notes that have been revealed. But I'm telling you guys, this is a lot more complex than that. This fragrance definitely has musk, for example. Like I said, it's musky. It's got some soft spices, like I said. It's definitely got a lot more fragrance notes than just those 3, you know. It's got a little bit of a powderiness too. I'm guessing there are some powdery notes, like maybe like blue, purple florals in here. Maybe like 1 or 2. But it's not that much of a floral fragrance. What you get the most is that leather, the woody notes, the musk, you know, very sexy, very edgy, very beast mode. I love this. People will smell you and it is sexy like there is no other. And this one is Loubirage by Christian Louboutin. So you guys, next I have a fragrance that I've changed my mind on. I used to wear this in like springtime because it's a nice rose fragrance for springtime when the weather is still cold. However, it is so strong and so beast mode that I have started wearing this only in the super colder months. So yeah, to me, this one really is a cold months fragrance. This one is Initio Atomic Rose. Oh my gosh, very much a beast mode. Beast of a fragrance, you guys. This smells like Perfumes de Lena on steroids, you guys. This one is super strong. I mean, people will smell you a mile away. It projects like crazy. The sillage is amazing. It lasts forever. It's very much a rose floral fragrance, you guys, with a good dose of amber. There's a greenness about this fragrance, like a green touch in this fragrance, just like the Parfums de Lena. You know, it has that rhubarb note kind of the same way. It's powdery, it's a little sweet. Opens with Hydian, pink pepper, bergamot. There are 2 types of rose in here. There's Bulgarian and Turkish rose. There's jasmine in here. And there's a big dose of amber and vanilla. But I'm telling you guys, there are a lot more notes in here than that. It's also musky. I'm telling you, this is musky as well. Like I said, there's a green hint in here that there's some kind of sour green note in here that they have not revealed. It could actually be rhubarb, but I don't know. But it's just something very sharp and piercing about this fragrance, you guys. I mean, it goes woof, right through your nose. And it's not great for warm weather at all. I used to wear this in springtime, but I'm telling you, it's even better in the winter time because it is beast mode. It will project and take someone's nose out. It lasts forever. Sillage is amazing. Atomic Rose by Initio. In my hands, I have one of the best gourmands ever created, you guys. And this one is quite a beast mode fragrance as well. A lot of people may not think it is when you first smell it. But you guys, this thing, people will smell you. This has got great, amazing projection, amazing sillage. It lasts for a very good long time on my skin anyway, and clothes too. It's not like as super beast mode as some of the others. This one is ZERJOFF Italica, you guys. This one, I've told you many times, is so delicious smelling. This smells exactly like if you would take a biscotti or some kind of sugar cookie and you dipped it in milk and you sprayed with some musk. Seriously, it's a good analogy for this. This one has this beautiful lactonic accord, you guys. It's got this milk, you know, in there that's so beautiful with this toffee note. Oh, to die for. It's very much a sweet almond, lactonic, vanilla, musky type fragrance, you guys. It's woody, it's powdery, it's caramelly, a little bit from that, you know, toffee note in here. It opens with almond and milk with a little bit of saffron, you guys. Oh my gosh, that milk right away, hits you right away. And then you get that gorgeous toffee and vanilla in the middle, massive doses of it, which makes it super sweet and yummy. And then you get woody notes like, you know, sandalwood, cedar, and musk. This one, you guys, people will smell you. People will comment. It smells delicious. It's you smell like something people want to eat, really, when you wear this fragrance. I consider this beast mode. I consider this a fragrance that performs super well in the colder months, you guys. This is not good for warm months. In fact, this is one of those fragrances actually in the heat, it may not perform actually very well. Unlike some of the other ones that would actually give you a headache and take your nose out in the summertime, instead, this will go the other way around and kind of go flat in the heat, I feel like. Yeah, this actually really shines and projects in the colder months, in the cold weather. This one is a ZERJOFF Italica. So that's it, you guys. Those are really the super strong beast mode, well performing in colder weather fragrances from my collection. These are fragrances that perform the best in colder weather, and they are beast mode in cold weather, and they really shine in cold weather. I have so many fragrances in my collection. This handful is what I consider the best performing fragrances in the colder months, the beast mode ones. Let me know if you have any top favorite beast mode fragrances that you like to wear only in the colder weather, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload and you won't miss any of my videos. I will see you guys in my next video.